So we'll start off here, the Three of Cups. It literally has often mean this when I have done readings for people. This can be a gathering of three friends, three female friends, and one of them can even have sort of sandy or reddish toned hair. So it can be generally considered a get-together, like a social outing, and it can be people you haven't seen for some time. So people that have come back in from the past, they might be coming to an event of some sort and you meet up with them. It's favourable. It's like, again, when we see the cups, we think of the heart, because we think of the pleasure that relationships bring us, and especially friend relationships. So there could be some really important bond for you in the month of April that is significant with your female friends or females in your life. And it could be that they are family females as well, or good friends or work colleagues, but something either brings you together or you have an occasion or an event, especially at the beginning of April here, where generally it could be quite a fun time and harmonious, and it might resonate really highly with you. The other thing I noticed down here, we have these fruits of harvest, and it's interesting that we come into the reading for April, and of course we have Easter at the beginning of April, and oftentimes we have that feeling of those type of Eastery harvest foods. So I'm thinking too there could be some message tied in with the religious concept of Easter for some of you. It might be Easter celebrations even that you are engaged in that compel you or connect you at the heart one way or another. If we think of it in terms of health, it's generally a positive health card. So again, you could be just feeling really vibrant and healthy, and it could even be because your emotions are feeling good. I do find that our emotions are very closely associated with our health. So it wouldn't surprise me that around this period, basically everything is flowing quite nicely. It would, even if we're looking at finances, it would appear finances could be flowing quite well as well. We come to this next card, which is the Five of Cups, and even if it was turned up the right way, it's an indicator that you can be a little bit sad about a departing person in your life, and it literally could be the fact that this gathering of friends ebbs away again. So you might be a bit sad about that, like they came into your life, you had a great time, and you're thinking, oh, well, I wish they could have stayed. So it could be something along those lines. But what it does point to us to think about is the fact that you're looking over here at what you feel you've lost, but there's these two cups on the other side that still indicate much love and support and nurturing for you. Also, when these leave or go, from the physical perspective, they're still maintained and held in your heart chakra anyhow, so you never really lose the gift of love. Even if people actually leave your life, they might not leave just physically, like go to another state or back to their hometown. They may say, okay, it's time for the relationship to finish and I'm sort of moving on from you. Know that the love that you did share from the point of origin when you first met them is always in your heart. It's always in your memory. It's there, it existed, and it's real. And you build from that, and you take all of the lovely relationships that come into your life and the positivities that they bring in and enhance you with. You don't ever have to leave those behind, so they come with you. So the goodness and the harmony and the balance moves forward. Now, if we look at it from the perspective of the fact that it's reversed, it still really retains a very similar message. It's about allowing forgiveness, I guess, and the ability to move on in any situation. This could be regards relationships or finances or around your work or career. If you've found things a little bit tough lately, don't keep looking back into the past. Don't keep looking at this, because your focus is being misdirected. And if you can only see the negative or the bad, you can never move forward with your head up and out and on to this new journey, and you will never see what actually is left to surround you and build you up and propel you forward. So it's a really important message about always being in the now and keeping your eyes directed to the future, because in reality we don't ever go back to live in the past. We can't, because our life is perpetually and continuously moving forward, and that's the nature of when we're alive. That's exactly how it is. So holding on to the past for any reason is just negative, and it's draining, and it doesn't actually solve anything either. So it's kind of a little message to say, bring yourself back up and back into the bubbly state of this first week of April. So we'll move on to the third card, which is the Lovers. And we all know that I think the message of the Lovers is about love. Basically, it's a card that a lot of people like to have in their readings, and interestingly for April it's turned up for at least one other reading, and yet I haven't seen it turn up previously. It's a very deep connective energy card because it's a major arcana, and it is about the epitome of love at the soul level. So this could be in terms of soulmate relationships. It can also be to do with your own spiritual connection of love and understanding it and feeling the fulfillment at some spiritual level. Now in March we've had a full lunar eclipse, and in April we have a full solar eclipse. I think I've got that the right way around, and one of them is in the sign of Libra. Now eclipses are incredibly potent and powerful, and they can affect us for up to 6 months, and they often get to us at the subconscious or the spiritual level, and they open up things that you may have closed off. So sometimes around eclipses people can feel quite altered and changed, and sometimes not even know why. You might just get antsy or irritable and think, I want to change stuff. I'm not happy with myself at the moment. I feel unfulfilled. And this is because the eclipses can just reignite messages that we've kind of hidden away under the surface. So some of you literally may feel turned upside down, and I suspect that's why the cards may have come out upside down. So because it's such a powerful card and it has so many meanings, I'm going to run through the potentiality of both the upright and the reversed meanings for you. Now I've mentioned the fact that we're in this time period or time frame of the 2 eclipses, which are going to have a big impact anyhow. The Lovers card is hugely significant in as much as the spiritual context of it and the physiological context of love and people and partnerships and soulmates and twin flame energy as well. We also see rising from the back of the male figure is this flame, serpent of flames, which is the whole card is quite biblically oriented. It's the Adam and Eve. You've got quite a lot of religious connotation within your reading, and it is interesting to me that Easter is upon us as well. So there's this whole, it's a powerful reading. I'm trying to get all the messages under control. They're kind of rushing in. There's a possibility that for some reason you could be ignited at the Kundalini essence. That's the physical and spiritual manifestation of penultimate pleasure or experience of spirituality on the physical plane within your body, your mind and your soul. This could be coming for some of you. And I know in today's society a lot of people actually practice Kundalini yoga and seek to experience this particular orgasmic, I suppose, essence of life. So there's a possibility that this may come about, and it could come about through the union of someone. So whether or not it's yourself or a union that's coming that could be so powerful that it literally throws you off your feet, which is what's happening with the card being reversed. Now, of course, throwing us off our feet makes us think of imbalance, and the card has reversed itself. So there's also a message here for you about imbalance. Now, this could come about again through your own internal messages that are banging on you. You know, so something's saying to you there's an disharmony or an imbalance in either my psyche or my body, possibly. So it would be a time to make sure that you are looking at your health carefully and addressing any concerns that create out of balance situations, because given that it's such a major arcana card and that it's been turned upside down, I think it could just be a period where you awaken to quite a lot of your emotional status and start addressing it possibly. And there definitely could be this other person come in. You know, it's like the Adam and Eve energies here. And of course, you can look at Adam and Eve from two ways. You can look at it as being the very beginning of the genesis of the rest of humanity. Where would we be without that? Or you can look at it as saying what they did was they took the slightly wrong path. So it's going to be a completely independent assessment that you have to make of your own situations that occur. If this person comes into your life and you feel swept off your feet, are they the right ones for the right reasons? And or if you're currently in a relationship that really is amazingly good, but it seems like for one reason or another, one of you or the other of you isn't aligned with it, how can you realign it again and bring it back into balance? That might be worth looking at, because sometimes relationships are well worth keeping without just necessarily throwing them out the door because they don't work right this minute in time. I'll move on to the next one, which is the end of April, and we have the Empress, you know, another major arcana card. She is the epitome, again, of femininity. We have a lot of female sexuality in your reading and a lot of fertility as well. So for any of you seeking conception around this time, could be very, very favourable. And for anyone not wanting the possibility of bringing a human or a baby into this world, you should be very careful with your fertility cycles. And again, because we're in this eclipse cycle, often we can see youngsters coming into their own fertility. So if any of you have children in the home who are on the cusp of puberty, this can be the beginning of their puberty cycles, and that can be really stressful for your youngsters. So it might be wise to keep an eye on them and make sure that the journey for them is prosperous and goes really well, and that they have all backing and support from you or other family members that they need. She is very much a female of potent fertility and sexuality, wonderful hostess. It's a social card. She often hosts flamboyant or gracious parties with people around. This could be you, or it could be someone who walks into your life like this as well. She's a positive benefactor. So whether it's you or someone who comes into your life, if you're men listening to the reading, you may come across a woman like this who literally does this to you. Feels like a lot of physical love, emotional, spiritual connections, the whole thing. It's like boom, it's flying off the wall. And we come up to here and we see the Queen of Pentacles as well, and she again is almost this one mirrored. If you look at the cards, they're so similar. She could be an earth sign, so it could be one of your Capricorn, Taurus or Virgo people. Again, that just wonderful, solid, stable, nurturing, knowledgeable, helpful people. It's a wonderful overall energy for the month of April. Finances, positive finances, generally positive health. So if there are any health issues around these two, it could be emotional. And if it is physical, I think you have some positive energies that will work through physical issues. Partly yourself and partly just the use of making sure that you've checked everything out and that you're seeing that it's being looked after or cared for by the right, medical knowledge type people. But basically your reading is powerful, positive, and seems to me as if universal energies are really driving home something, some big shift or change or ignition, or an ignition towards love and your own love connection with yourself and also connection with others in your life. So with that, we shall go to the higher vibrational energy cards. Although, to be honest, I don't think we can get much higher vibrational energy than what just came out for you, can we? But we'll have a look and we'll see what these high energy cards would like to impart. What information? Michael, patience. Always the beautiful archangel energies of Michael, one of the most sought after protectors for us. He is a wonderful guardian of your family, of legal matters, of, I was going to say young people, although Metatron is the major young person, or the major one who looks after young people. I got the message then from Michael for any youngsters in your family that you would like to have blessings or extra care or support nurtured from Michael. The purple energy is often considered the third eye, so coming in through your spiritual essence makes sense. Your reading was very, very spiritual. Patience is exactly that. It's a wonderful emotion to hold, and it's that saying that goes, patience is a virtue, find it if you can. There's great wisdom in patience because so much more can be resolved when patience is brought into a situation rather than immediately reacting or flaring up or rushing off in one direction. You have the patience to sort through all of the information being presented, or to seek more information, or to take your time to establish what it is you want or what direction you need to be going in. So I think we lack patience in our modern day society. We're always in such a hurry to achieve either purchasing something new or finding someone new.